the rise of the so-called black middle class, of a class of black people. A class now that's being represented by the likes of Henry Louis Gates of Harvard University, Cornell West, and some of the other rascals that are in the major colleges and universities across this country. Talking about media. Have you noticed the amount of media attention this gentleman is getting? How many people saw that article, that whole page in the New York Times? Yes, the graphics were interesting, with the African graphics running down the border of the page. Literally a whole page being given to this man, with the silhouette of the Star of David right in the center. Just the graphics alone indicate something there, ladies. You have to study all of these things. And the fact that the New York Times, which if you were to buy that as advertising space, I don't know, what is it now, about $15,000? Literally gave this page to Henry Louis Gates to talk about black anti-Semitism. But again, Gates is being presented across all the papers, the magazines, and so forth. And Gates reminds you of one of those Negroes, and he says it very clearly, that says, "I'm not like the rest of them." You know, those who used to be flattered when white folk would say, "If they were like you, we wouldn't mind." It's those others over there, So you think if you work hard enough to show them you're not like the rest of them over there, then you'll be accepted. And so you got a crowd now in this country that is trying to convince us very much that they're not like the rest of them. And Gates is saying, look, there is a black middle class culture, and you should pay attention to that culture. And this culture is very different from the black inner city culture. Why are you only presenting the Spike Lee movies that project, the inner city? And why are you not projecting the black middle class and showing that there's a culture that is distinct from the others?
Two Sundays ago, a bunch of Negroes trying to explain the disparity between the education of black females and black males. A pathetic situation. Pitiful. They went to Yale, went to the University of Chicago. The experts that they had set up. And of course, those experts gave them the answers that they wanted to hear. And then they are presented to African people as experts. But if they'd gone to the people themselves, I'm sure they would have got a different set of names and a different set of people. But those people did not appear in that paper. So we get people putting effects as causes. You see, oh, it's the absence of the black male model in the neighborhood. But how does the absence of the black male model occur? Why is it necessary for that absence to be there? That is never dealt with and discussed. It never gets around. So you have a bunch of experts discussing secondary situations and minor situations and making them appear to be major. That is why they're teaching at the University of Chicago and Yale. Because those institutions are just as much and more of a part of European domination as any other institution. And yet we say that they give us a good education. And we talk and we feel so good when we send our children there without any African consciousness. They are being sent there to be destroyed.